Now, friends of an 18-year-old who was stabbed to death in South London have been paying tribute today to the young actor. Robert Knox died in the early hours of yesterday morning after a fight outside a bar in Sidcup. His death brings the number of teenagers murdered in this country in this year alone to 28. Well, Nathan John works with teenagers in London. He joins us now from our central London studios this lunchtime. And Nathan, thanks very much for joining us here on Sky News. As you can imagine, Rob's parents will have many questions that they will want answers for today. Namely, why did this happen to their son? Why do you think people or teenagers carry knives on our streets?
A lot of teenagers will tell you they carry knives because they know other teenagers are doing it. Some carry it because they do want to make a name for themselves and they want to become the next top shotter, the top guy in their community. Another reason why I think they're carrying it is because the parents themselves aren't really enforcing any morals or any strict guidelines in their child's life, so they're kind of free to do what they like and take life into their own hands.
I mean, teenagers scrapping is nothing new, is it, particularly on a Friday or a Saturday evening? But when did this new dimension come in of carrying a knife and using it potentially fatally?
It's nothing new, to be really honest with you. I'm 24 now. When I was 14, I had friends who were carrying knives daily. So this ain't a new thing, but I think it's been covered now, it's been picked up on, and it's getting worse. It's becoming an epidemic. Said 28 already this year. That's over one a week. I think every 24 minutes there's a knife-related incident. So things have definitely spiraled out of control. And yeah, it's just time for a change, without a doubt.
And we know that you talk to many teenagers, maybe problem teenagers who find themselves in these situations. Maybe they're carrying knives themselves. I mean, are they aware of how potentially dangerous they are? Do you think they carry them to kill, or is it just an image, a brand, perhaps?
They're aware. They're not stupid in the sense where they just don't know what knives can do. They're very aware of what they can do. But as I said earlier, they know that if they don't carry a knife, there's someone else who is. Going to the Sidcup incident itself, those guys came with knives, and if people knew they were coming with knives, maybe others would have carried knives as well. It's just one of those things. It's things that's a vicious cycle. Everyone's doing it, and until we can get them all to put the knives and guns down, it's not going to stop. But it's not just about telling them to put the knives and guns down. We need to tell them to pick something else up in replacement, and that's what we're not doing. Yeah,
it seems to have a massive lack of respect for life, doesn't it? I mean, how do you turn that situation around?
Yeah, no, you're completely right. They don't have any respect for their life in a sense because they don't have hope. They're not looking forward to the future. They're not looking forward to present, and that's what we have to look at is how these young people are living. They're not living in. Not all of them are living in great conditions. Not all of them have the great family structures, the great family environment. Some of them don't have the money to eat day to day. So they're in a bad place. So when you're as an individual in a bad place, you don't care about anyone else. You don't care if you're going to kill anyone else because you yourself, you're just living from day to day, and that's what a lot of them are, just living day to day.
Has to be said, though, I mean, if we look at Jimmy Mizzen, of course, he was killed just 2 weeks ago, and Robert Knox, they both appear to have been great kids, coming from a good background with a great family, and the tribute suggests that they were very popular boys. So it's not just areas, the usual targets, is it? The usual kind of inner-city deprivation areas. It seems that this is affecting all of our communities now.
You're right, but it started in the inner city. And just like any disease, it always has a starting place, not necessarily where it's going to end. AIDS started, some say in Africa, and is spreading throughout the world. So this disease started in the ghettos and the urban places, but everyone's at risk. And this is what we as a community need to understand. It's not just a black problem or a male problem or a poor problem. It may have started off like that, but it's going to spread. So until we can all say, you know what, we all need to do something, rich, poor, black, white, everyone, this problem ain't going to stop. It's only going to continue to spiral out of control.
OK, well, good luck with the work that you're carrying out as well. Nathan Jones joining us there live from central London this hour.